Previously on Stranger by the Hour.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to motherfucking 2024. It's January 3rd, and we're coming back at you with Marcus Timmons and Anthony, also known as Big Ant.
Yeah, we just hit the ground running and didn't look back with the goal of basically showing everybody what it's like to be in the system, the games they play, and to dissuade people from thinking that there's anything glorious about wasting years in a cell rotting away, which seems to be perpetrated by a lot of things you see through music and movies and all this crap where that gangster life is embellished and it's really pure garbage and a total waste of resources and time and energy. So that's what Fresh Out is here to do.
Yeah, it's real cool, man. Because see, I like watching Fresh Out because it kind of like humanizes people that, you know, unless you're kind of in that system or you have people like in and out of the system in your family or something, you know, you don't necessarily meet people that have been in there. So you just watch these interviews and you're like, oh, dude, that could be me easily, you know, like that guy went left, I went right, you know, and that's all the real difference is. So and then as far as the video production stuff goes, as a couple of guys who are trying to like struggle through that stuff on our own, I'm real impressed with how your show looks. And you definitely like developed a style too. Like it's cool how you cut the videos up and make the segments and everything. It's pretty cool. Like you've done a good job with that.
Yeah, it's looking clean over there for sure, man.
Yeah, it's your property.
Yes, if you call yourself a U.S. citizen, you are chattel of the United States Corporation. You are their property.
We only had a republic for 7 years because the United when the revolutionaries came over here and fought Britain, they needed financing. They had to get financed by France, which was the bank of you know who. Once they got financed, they have 7 years. Then they didn't pay the debt back. They had to create a constitution, which was another commercial agreement. You have 70 years now as a nation. That was the United States. Fast forward, you have the Civil War because they defaulted, and the South was like, we're not paying it. It wasn't about slavery. It was about
default. Man, that's controversial. The last few days, they've been the fake politicians been arguing about that shit.
Hey, that's why when I watch that shit, man, I just laugh. But I'm like I said, you know.
No, hey, me and Cody are supposed to say it wasn't about slavery, and you're supposed to say how fucking dare you.
Oh, by the way, this isn't going on YouTube, so we could. This is just Patreon, and we'll probably clip it for Instagram and Twitter or whatnot. So we can say whatever the fuck we want on here.
Like a lot of us are like that. You're like, all right, this fucking place does not operate the way I've been brought up to believe. You know, I've seen a bunch of evidence to the contrary, right?
It's easy to stay a slave. It's easy to just go with the motions and work your fucking 9-10 hours and come home and drink beer and watch fucking football, right? That's easy, but it's a total fucking waste of time in life, right? Like a lot of people construe freedom isn't free as, you know, the soldiers going and dying for corporate wars, but a lot of it is, it's more than that. It's educating yourself outside of what the system wants you to be educated. It's going through these processes and achieving freedom, right? Through creating the separations and trying to live as a man and woman and remove yourself from the system. Like that's where the freedom, you know, that's where you get freedom. Freedom isn't free. You have to put in the work, you have to put in the time, you have to put in all of that to learn how to actually be free. So it's more than just what they tell you, but they'll definitely make it nice and simple to stay a slave because they don't want to let you go.
Persona plays a big role, man. A persona is a real motherfucker, man. Like it's you know, a lot of these folks that we're talking about are successful people, right? Like they do have a persona that interacts well with the matrix, right? They're a successful whatever fucking lawyer, you know, and then they will not be trying to hear that, hey, you operate well within the matrix, but overall you're a slave. And here's the reason, right? Because if you're an honest man, going back to spiritual or a creator, if you're a spiritual man, like a real one, not these fake motherfuckers, and you are confronted with something like an existential threat, a spiritual threat, like you have to fucking face it. Like action must be taken, right? There's mind, body, and spirit. The body is there for the action arm of this thing, right? Like once your eyes are open to the fucking evil and the slavery of this place, if you do consider yourself a good person, action must be fucking taken, right?
Yeah, we're the glitches in the matrix, and that's why we have to continue to be so. We have, like, there's a reason why we are awakened to this information. And it's not to just sit and, not make waves. It's to be a part of the systematic destruction of this fucking matrix so that we can live in 1,000 years of peace. And that's what we are the ones that are going to have to do, because if we wait for them to do it, guess what? It's never going to fucking happen. And all your liberties and rights are going to continue to disintegrate into fucking nothing. And then what? Now you decide to do something when your back's against the wall and you're fucking 300 Spartans, right? Like, nah, dude, now's the fucking time to act. Now's the time to do shit. Now's the time to get off your ass, turn off the fucking TV, stop watching football and drinking beer, and fucking start hitting those books. And
once you get back to what's going on around you, look out your window, check your neighbors, look at your local communities, how many churches you have in the area. Have you went to any town hall meetings? Find out what the fuck is going on. Nobody's gonna come to your house, bro. It's pockets. And at the same time, you got to figure out the people around you, what kind of time you're on. If I'm living in fucking South Central and I'm consensually paying rent there and I don't want to get my ass out of there, man, that's my fucking issue. I have no business being over there. You know what I mean? Yeah. What the fuck am I doing if I'm in Oakland and I see motherfuckers get robbed every day? Why am I staying here? Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I can't change that. These motherfuckers are on a different frequency, wavelength. But as far as the whole, I see abundance. I see if I wouldn't have been having that conversation with you guys a couple weeks ago, bro, what is that? The shifting of paradigm. I gave you game, you gave me game. You're talking about your dude. Now look, you done open up a whole nother portal of information. So you're gonna have abundance. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I don't give a fuck, because I gotta vibrate with my vibration. That's why I go places where I feel when you go to certain places and you're seeing, hey, how you doing? Hey, you're all on the same level. If I go to a sideshow, guns, I'm on some bullshit. You're going to get the bullshit. You got to choose what you want to frequency. You can't be, like I tell people all the time, a pimp told me, eagles fly with eagles, seagulls fly with seagulls. An eagle will kill a seagull. Seagull can't kill an eagle. That's it. You can't mix the two, bro. It's just what it is.
No retreat and no surrender.